I'm Matt Alt, and I'm the co-author of a book called Yokai Attack, the Japanese Monster Survival Guide. And tonight, I'm going to teach all of you how to survive an encounter with one of Japan's greenest and most dangerous yokai monsters, the Kappa. But first of all, I have a question for you. Why is Japan so great at creating characters? I just randomly collected these off the net and around my neighborhood. We see this kind of stuff everywhere in Japan, little like anthropomorphic mascots and stuff. But the big question is why? Why are Japanese so great at creating this kind of stuff? I wondered, so I looked into it, and the answer I came up with was the yokai. The yokai are the most famous Japanese monsters you've never heard of. Okay? They have thousands of years of history in Japan. They are monsters from Japanese folk tales and fairy tales. And every Japanese knows at least a certain amount about every yokai. Before I go into yokai, I want to touch on something real quick. Japan is a polytheistic country, right? That means that there's many gods here. It's not just one god, there's actually 8 million of them. And also, Japanese culture has this trend of animism, which means that anything, not just humans, can have a soul. This is the kind of way of thinking, many gods and animism, that gives rise to the yokai. And here, this is an example of some yokai here. There's so many different types. Some are human, some are monstrous, some are animal-like, some are actual everyday objects that are kind of haunted and taken on a new life for themselves. But today, I want to talk about a very specific yokai, the Kappa. I guarantee you every Japanese person knows this. The Kappa is a humanoid monster, frog-like skin, tortoiseshell back, and very important, a dish of water on its head. They live in water, lakes, streams, stuff like that, and they are extremely, extremely dangerous customers. This illustration is by Katsushika Hokusai, who you know is the guy who did The Wave over Kanagawa. This is from Hokusai manga, which is from late 1800s, and you can see little cute Kappa. There's almost like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, but you can see the shell on his back there, and his little froggy, scaly skin. This Kappa was captured actually in Mito-ura, which is a town a little bit north of Tokyo in 1836, where a bunch of fishermen beat him to death with oars. And yes, and this illustration was made to commemorate the event, and this actually kind of informs the way we see and think about Kappa today. Kappa have a lot of strange habits, one of which is sumo wrestling. They love to challenge random people to sumo wrestling matches, and it is good sport to say yes. If you say no, bad things can happen. Trust me on this, I've been there. But sumo wrestling, big hobby of the Kappa. In addition, Kappa love to fart. Farting. He no kappa is a very famous Japanese saying. It translates into something in English like easy or a piece of cake. It's an idiom. He no kappa. So we have sumo wrestling, we have farting, and we also have something that is intimately associated with them, which is they love to pull swimmers down under the water and drown them. But not just drown them, people. Not just drown them, they love to pull out this mysterious organ in the human colon called the shirikodama. Males and females have it, hasn't been identified by science, but trust me, it's there, and the Kappa want it. The shirikodama, it's written with the words for ass and orb, and it is not a sex toy. It is a special organ that you want to protect at all costs, because when it comes out, you go down in a variety of ways and drown. This is an actual old illustration of that. Kappa also love cucumbers, which is why this kappamaki is the one type of sushi that's known by an idiom type of name instead of what it actually is. It's not kyurimaki, it's kappamaki, because Kappa love cucumbers. Now stay tuned, because this is going to become really important later on. Kappa are real people. They're out there. We took a picture of this sign, my wife and I, in Izumo by a pond. They're used to warn kids away from bodies of water, because you don't want your kids losing their shirikodama either. But they're actually still used in situations like this all throughout Japan. He looks a little cute, but he's after your ass. I promise. And here, this is actually a Kappa, mummified Kappa hand from Asakusa's Kappa-dera in Asakusa. Normally they don't bring it out, but they did, because I'm Matt Alt, and I like seeing stuff like this. So anyway, they're real people. This is no laughing, joking matter. Now, We've gone over what a kappa is and what a kappa might be, but how do you survive a kappa attack? Okay? Because this might happen even on the way home. There's sewers and stuff around here. I'm going to give you 3 quick and easy tactics to defend against any kappa attack. Are you ready? We're going to go for tactic number 1 here. This will be on the final exam, okay? Number 1 is bowing. This is Japan, okay? And kappa are very, very polite creatures. So when you bow, the dish of their water on top of their head will spill out, rendering them powerless. Also, you might want to interlock your hands back there to kind of protect your backside area for the shirikodama. Bowing, very important tactic. This is number 2 is cucumbers. If the bowing, they don't fall for that, bring cucumbers. When I go out in the wild, I wear like a bandolier of these things like Chewbacca. The bigger a cucumber, the better. Throw it, it's like a reverse hand grenade, man. They'll just run right for it, okay? Cucumbers. If neither of these work, fart. Okay? It might work. If it does, let me know. I've never actually tried this. I'm collecting data on this. But you know, hey, this woodblock print says it works, so, you know, it's worth a try. You know, give them a taste of their own medicine. This is an old Yoshitoshi print from 1890. Yes. Anyway, that's it. Now you know, if you see these green guys coming out of any water near your house, hide your children, protect your bung holes, and stock up on cucumbers. What can I say? Thank you, people.